Alright, so I just got this nice case of Felpro gaskets. I actually bought these first. I got these Victor Reigns MLS ones, and I don't know, I think I'm going to send those back because they look a little different. I don't know. They look like, maybe you can't see anything here. This one looks like it's a non-MLS, but I don't know. I haven't opened it. I'm not going to open it because I'm probably sending this back. I think they're both riveted together. Both MLS. I think MLS stands for multi-layered seal. I don't know. I'm not a fucking pro. This is going to be my first head gasket ever, and I'm very excited about it. So anyway, they give me a nice set of shit here. Old decoy. Looks like this is the Valley Pan seal, I believe. I don't know what that is. But here's really what I wanted. And these seem like they're metallic but squishy, and they seem a little bit thicker. And I asked my buddy James, who has a hot rod shop in town, and he said just use these, they're fucking awesome. So we're just gonna hold them both up and see which one seems to fit better on the heads. I don't know. And I've got the rest of the gaskets in here. The intake, the whole thing was I was just gonna, okay, there are two intake gaskets, I thought there was. The whole problem was, I should have ordered a full gasket kit. So I ordered the header gaskets piecemeal. I got those each on their own. Then I ordered these the head gaskets for like 34 bucks each. And then I'm like, well, I need these. And I'm like, why don't I just get the whole thing? So I ordered the kit for like $113, and that's probably the way to go. Felpro, full kit. Anyway, that's what's happening today. Hopefully that's happening today. Check this out. Everything that I've done so far to button everything up, I just had to undo. I had to take the whole wiring harness off. Now I have to take the accessory mount off. And then, I mean, if you've ever done these heads, don't even watch this. Don't even think I'm trying to tell you anything. I've never done it before. But I'm going to start tearing into shit. Okay. Okay. I got that coolant hose thing off there. Now the intake's off. And it's pretty gross and caked with, I think there's some bird nests and stuff in here. We're going to be happy to replace these seals. And there's, the gas comes right out if you do that. Over there. And there's a big black widow nest in there too. Look at that egg sac. They want to get me. Look at that, huh? Right here. It's just like, it's pretty gross. Here's what that looks like. Just needs to get cleaned the hell up. Then these heads need to come off. Okay, there's that one.
Yep. Nice and clean in here, except for minor fucking rust on there.
Yeah, this looks nice.
Yep. Yeah, the heads are all clean inside too. What a trip, that fucking little 10mm bolts for the head bolts. You want to clean that shit out of there too, around those bolts.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'd have a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I've got one. I can go grab it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Vacuum around them, around there and shit, so you don't blow it inside the motor.
Those look nice. I wish we had the other springs. Those pack 1218s. I'd pop them in right now.
Yep.
Let's just run it all stock first, and we can do that later. These can always, would this come off with 4 bolts?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yep.
Pissing out. So they're at least somewhat loose here. That's good. As a goose. Yeah, I should have put something under there. Oops. And here's what they look like inside. I'll try to stay out of the fucking sunlight, but they all look really nice inside. They just look normal. The bore's really nice and smooth. This one did have a little more oil. As you can see, it's not just carbon. So whatever, it's gonna burn a lot of oil. It's gonna burn a lot of oil. I'll put in a different engine in if it keeps this up. I already told it that today. So okay, I'm gonna clean these up, put this back together, and start on the side that's the real problem. Okay, I just made this thing up, and it's a little high right here, and you know, I'm probably fucking it up, but I just wanted to clean this head surface up just a little bit. And doing it, it just had a little crusty buildup from the old gasket was kind of coming apart. It's looking pretty decent. The trick to doing this is you want to have a really nice sturdy chair to work on. And that's just what this is. This came over on the Mayflower, and I really trust it. And everything, you know, it seems pretty good. It looked good with the straight edge. Put this guy on there, and it looked good. It looked good every way, so I'm just gonna flop it back on. I'm waiting for a little bit of copper spray, and then I'm putting it back on. Okay, this is the bad side. Let's see how bad it really is here. I don't know. It looks pretty good, honestly. Looks really good. I'm gonna just clean it up and put the gaskets back on and fire it up. I don't know what the fuck. I expected to see something much worse. Back on. We couldn't find any passage, anything where it leaked. So the gasket looked pretty shitty. It looked like maybe it was saturated or something. I mean, it's heavier than the other one. You can feel it. And maybe it was pooping through, but there's not a real spot where it would be pooping through and into the cylinder. I mean, it's kind of rusty everywhere, honestly. But I don't know what this was, the front or the back. This is the front. So nothing was leaking through here. You can tell it looks pretty. Nothing's going into the cylinders. They're all sealed. If you look back here, it's kind of fucking piss poor right here and here. Yeah, and here. This is where it's coming from. Well, maybe we found something. Alright, so far, I think you're supposed to put these in the exact spot where they were, but I forgot. I had them good and then I grabbed them. I had them all set up perfectly and I grabbed them, now they're all fucked up. But this is, I've always seen people do this on YouTube, and I've never done it on my own, and I'm not saying that this is worth it to do the whole head gasket and all this work just to do this, but it's at least something. At least the motor's giving back a little. I love that shit. And you know, these aren't that bad either. Popping in a rocker arm or two. These I have in order. Guess it doesn't matter so much anymore since I got the push rods out of order. So I have a theory that it was the gasket was kind of letting some stuff through and just kind of being a fucked up gasket, and that's what we're going with. I wonder what's with cylinder 1 here. I think it might be a fueling issue, but it was just so wet when I got to it. It was just shiny, and then it just looked oily, and it didn't smell like coolant, and it smelled kind of like gas. It just, I don't know. So the next thing I'm going to do is, if it's not firing on the cylinder, I'm going to I'm going to swap over injectors, number 1, and number 2. I'm going to order another injector if that's it. And number 3, if that's not it, I'm going to get another motor. But this one seems like it's okay. Like, everything looks pretty decent. Everything's back together. It runs, but it's still got that fucking lope to it. Not a lope so much as a miss. And so I took I was getting plenty of spark. Jesus. Getting plenty of spark here on cylinder 1. And I got electrocuted like 10 times. And 2 was fine. This is the only cold cylinder. With the laser beam, I figured out it's like way less than every single one of them. So I swapped injectors. Sure enough, I just had a bad injector the whole fucking time. So I'm ordering one injector. Maybe I'll get 2 just in case. And God, that rail comes off really easy. It's 2 screws and then everything just pops off. I never knew. So actually, the whole thing comes apart really easy. It's not that hard, is it? So, yeah, I'm going to replace that, and yeah, and my cylinder 1's firing using cylinder 3's fuel injector, so, okay. So I found out what was wrong with it. All the gaskets seem to be holding. I flushed out so much brown shit from the heater core. I mean, so much rust and gross shit, but it's all clean now. Oh, and I just soaked my foot 100%. Alright. It's still missing on 1 cylinder. So it's running on 7. Here's how it sounds. I'm going to get I just ordered the other injector for 18 bucks on Fleabay. And it should be here like around Wednesday or something. In 4 days, they say. So anyway, here's how it sounds now. Alright. Unplugging the battery, and this thing's just gonna sit for 3 days.